TST from subsystem number 2 to subsystem number 10. Subsystem number 2, traction bogie 1. We will see faults in subsystem number 2. P1, P2 faults are there in subsystem number 2 also. First we will discuss about P1 faults. F0201 P1. First fault F0201 P1. So disturbance in converter 1. Disable trip. LSFI will blink. PRAD1 message. BPFI will glow. So message will come. Try to close VCB. We have to bring TB to 0. Acknowledge BPFA. Ensure MCB 127.1 bar 1 in SB1. Traction converter 1 MCB 127.1 bar 1 in SB1. If it is tripped, reset. Close VCB. The message itself will get disturbance in converter 1. Try to close VCB. So we have to close VCB. After closing of VCB, if message clears, problem clear, able to close VCB, work normal. After closing of BLDC, VCB was closed, there is no isolation message, there is no fault message, LS is extinguished, its problem clear means we can work normal. After closing of VCB, if message repeats, after closing of VCB, if message repeats, switch off CE and switch on CE and try with precautions. If success, resume traction. Even after switching off CE also, CE off and on also, if message repeats and bogie was not getting isolated, we have to isolate the bogie. Try by 154, if not success, by MCB 127.1 bar 1 and inform TLC, work as per the instructions of TLC. While closing of VCB, if bogie 1 isolated, if any isolation message, we will get a message like this: bogie 1 isolation, only off traction and electrical braking power is available. Press enter. We have to enter and work with single truck and inform TLC. As per the instructions of TLC, wherever the time permits, we have to switch off CE and switch on CE to bring isolate subsystem into service. If any message like ASC1 error PS hardware followed by ASC1 error PS fault storage CGP or GBC. Similarly, NSC1 error PS hardware followed by NSC1 error PS fault storage GBC. In background messages, we should not try to bring isolated converter into service by switching off CE and switch on CE. In case of following messages, crew must isolate the consent bogie manually and should not bring back to isolate subsystem to service. Should not try to bring subsystem into service. In case of messages shown in traction converter 1 and traction converter 2. In some of the cases, we can see here front end message and background messages. First disturbance in converter 2 F0301P1 due to life sign missing and processes problem. Another converter also isolated F0201P1 followed by converter 1 also isolated and results to fat ladder due to life sign missing and processes problem. In this case, we have to check the background message. First, we have to decide from which converter this problem was created. From the background messages, we can see particular converter to be isolated by MCB to avoid further problem, and we can work with off-track. As per the instructions of TLC, if we want to isolate the converter where time permits, better to isolate by 154 and its MCB 127.1/1. In case of GTO 127.1/1 for SR1, 127.1/2 for SR2, available in SB1 for SR1, SB2 for SR2. In case of IGBT locus, we have to isolate converter 1 SR1 by 127.1/1 and 11/1 in SB1 panel. For SR2 127.1/2 and 11/2 as per the instructions of TLC. So we have to isolate converter by 154 and its MCB to avoid further problems. Next problem, F0202P1 traction converter contactor struck off, contactor not losing. Traction converters are two types, GTO and IGBT. GTO electro-pneumatic contactor will be there, we require pneumatic pressure. In IGBT electromagnetic contactor, pressure not required for closing. Especially for GTO, the pressure should be there for closing of this contactor. So we have to ensure concerned cocks for traction converter 1 SR1 cock, traction converter 2 SR2 cock should be in open position. The cocks available for E70 brake system inside of the panel, in NOR CCBT in front of the panel. These cocks should be in open position. So if any leakage in this SR1, pressure leakage was observed in SR1, close the concerned cocks to maintain MR pressure and isolate traction converter. Concerned traction converter, work with other converter with 50% of load. If any leakage in the SR1, leakage sound of MR leaking and MR not maintaining, so close the concerned cocks and isolate that converter, traction converter, and work with other converter, 50% of load, maximum load. In case of CCBT locus, This MR equalizing by pressure will goes to the FP. Similarly, the same pressure will goes to the traction converter 1, traction converter 2, harmonic filter. In case of MR pressure drop or FP pressure drops, the pressure drops for SR1, SR2 harmonic filter also. So their contactors may stuck in off position, they may not close. So we have turned the problem. MR and FP, keep MPC on neutral, attend the problem, then we can attend the contactor stuck off problems. We can see Cox in E70 panel. With the side of E70 panel, from top wheel flange, SR2 cock, harmonic filter and SR1 cock. Bottommost is the SR1 cock. Similarly, in CCB2, this cocks available in front panel. In CCB2, suppose if FP or MR dropping, this pressure will drop in MR equivalent pipeline. So if FP drops, it result the pressure which is going to the SR1, SR2 harmonic filter also will drop. We may get a problem of F02, 02, P1, contactor stuck off problems. In case of GTO logos. So we have to keep MPC on neutral, we have to attend the MR problem and FP problem, then we can attend for SR1, SR2 problems. Similarly, F0205 P1, converter 1 oil temperature too high. So converter oil was cooled by OCB. In the OCB unit, this converter oil or water was circulated by traction converter pump. So if any message like converter oil temperature too high, we have to ensure MCBs, OCB MCBs and traction converter and TFP pump OCBs. It should not be in tripped condition. If it is tripped, we can reset. After the tripping of VCB, we can reset. So if any of converter 1 oil temperature too high, VCB will trip, LSFI will blink, BPFI will glow. So we have to ensure this MCBs. If any MCB trip, we can reset. Similarly, F0206 P1, converter 1 oil pressure not okay. So we have to ensure MCBs 63.1 bar 1, converter oil pump MCB working or not. If any MCB trip, we can reset. So if this message is there, we have to check first oil level in the traction converter. So if oil level is okay, it should be above minimum mark. After that, we have to check MCB 63.1 bar 1 for SR1, traction converter pump 1, 63.1 bar 2 for SR2, traction converter pump 2. If any MCB trip, we can reset. If oil is below minimum mark, we can isolate the converter, traction converter 1. Similarly, if any of the OCB, TMB, traction converter pump 1 or pump 2, MCB strip, after resetting again they trip, we should not reset, isolate concerned traction converter and work with other traction converter with 50% of maximum load. You can see traction motor temperature too high. So we have to ensure TMB MCBs. TMB should be in working condition. Traction motor blower should be in working condition. Their MCB should be in good condition. If any tripping, we can reset. Different messages when traction converter oil temperature too high. If any traction converter oil temperature high, so we have to ensure working of OCB and traction converter pump and TFP pumps working. Traction motor temperature too high means we have to ensure working of TMB player. So some of the priority faults in traction converter 1, F0201P2, at the fault in traction converter 1. So normal operation can continue. So if any message is there, we have to inspect SR1 for any smoke smell fire. If nothing abnormality, acknowledge and inform TLC and work normal. Similarly, F0205P2, equipment temperature too high. We have to check any MCB trip in SB1 and SB2, HB1, HB2. So with precautions we have to work. Precautions to be followed if equipment temperature too high and TB was reducing. So we have already seen in the quick bits. So addition messages priority 2 in case of IGBT locos. See in IGBT loco, if any traction motor smoke sensor or over temperature detects, concerned traction motor will isolate automatically by the system. So if any speed sensor problem, the concerned traction motor will isolate by the system. If traction motor isolation takes place in IGBT loco, in different makes, we will get messages like this. We can see in Bombardier make, traction motor 1 isolated, we will get a message F0208P2. Similarly for traction motor 2, traction motor 3, motor 1 isolated bogie 1, motor 2 isolated bogie 1, motor 3 isolated bogie 1. Similarly for truck 2, F0308P2, F0309P2, F0310P2. For TM6, F0310P2. If any line converter isolated bogie 1, so we will get a message F0207P2. Similarly, in BHL make, so for traction motor 1, traction motor 2, traction motor 3, we will get a message like this: F0211P2, F0212P2, F0213P2. If any line converters isolation, if any line converter isolation in BHL make, we will get a message like this: F0214P2, F0215P2. Similarly, for MEDA make IGBT loco also. For traction motor 1, F0208P2, for traction motor 2, F0209P2, for traction motor 3, F0210P2. Similarly for converter 1, converter to line converter 1, converter 2, F0211P2, F0212P2. This is a message regarding to traction converter number 1. So similarly for traction converter 2 also in subsystem F03, we will start 0308P2, 0309P2 like this. Especially in ABB make IGBT locos, this isolation of traction motors, the messages we can see in subsystem number 4, harmonic filter, like F0403P2, F0404P2, F0405P2 like this. Similarly for traction converter number 2, in case of ABB make IGBT locos, this isolation of traction motors we can see in Subsystem number 5. We can see here ABB make IGBT locus, isolation of traction motors in traction converter 2, traction motor 4, 5, 6. Isolated, we can see messages in total load. We'll get a message like this: F0503P2 for TM4, F0504P2 for TM5, F0505P2 for TM6. Line converters isolation: F0506P2, F0507P2. For line converter 1 in traction converter 2, F0506P2, line converter 2 in traction converter 2, F0507P2. So with this subsystem number 2 was completed. Subsystem number 3, traction converter 2, the message will be same like traction converter 1. So the message will start from F03, subsystem number 3, F0301P1 like this. The same messages for traction converter 2 also. Next subsystem, harmonic filter. Subsystem number 4, harmonic filter. Subsystem number 4, harmonic filter. So you will see message F0401P1, F0401P1, harmonic filter current too high. VCB will trip with PRAD1 message, LSFI will blink, BPFI will glow, and we'll get a message, try to close VCB. We have to bring TB to 0 and acknowledge and close BLDC. Try to close VCB. If VCB able to close, the problem clear, no isolation message, we can work normal. If message repeats while closing off BLDC, if message repeats, so we have to switch off CA and switch on CA and try. If harmonic filter isolation message came, so we have to enter, for any isolation message we have to enter. Now we can work with 40 kmph. Whenever the speed reaches to 40 kmph, TE will become 0. Will not get any tracked effort when speed reaches to 40. So inform TLC. As per the instructions of TLC, at convenient place, switch off CA and switch on CE. If harmonic filter was came into service, resume normal speed. Even after switching off CA and switch on CE, if harmonic filter not came into service, in case of light stock like goods trains with empty stock, coaching trains, so we can isolate SR1, traction converter 1, and switch off CA and switch on CE to bring harmonic filter into service. After isolating of traction converter 1, if switch off CA and switch on CE, if harmonic filter come into service, we can work with normal speed with off track. If still harmonic filter was not come into service, we can work with only 40 kmph speed. For any of isolation subsystem, this LSFI will glow continuously. If LSFI glowing continuously means, so one of the subsystem isolated, just like converter 1, converter to harmonic filter or axis converter. If any of the subsystem isolated, LSFI will glow continuously. We can see here head course instruction regarding harmonic filter problems. F0401P1, F0402P1, F0404P1. Similarly, prior to message F0401P2, F0402P2. So if any of the problems, we have to switch off C and switch on C and try. If not success, we can isolate SR1 and switch off C, switch on C. If harmonic filter come into service, normal speed. If not, we can work with 40 kmph. So harmonic filter isolated in case of empty stock or coaching trains. So we can isolate SR1 and switch off C and switch on C. If harmonic filter come into service, we can work with normal speed. For any of the reason, if you want to isolate the harmonic filter, this MCB 127.2/1. Monitoring MCBs for harmonic filter and HB1 breakers. So we have to trip this MCB 127.2/1 with precautions, and we have to close the harmonic filter cock available on a pneumatic panel. Then only we can isolate the harmonic filter. If once harmonic filter isolated, we can work with 40 kmph. After reaching of 40 kmph, TE will become 0. Next subsystem, hotel load. So hotel load facility was available in all WIP5 locos and some of the WIP7. So head-on generation system. The supply will be given from loco to the coaches. So if hotel load is working condition, if we got a message F0503P1, earth fault in hotel load circuit, DJ will trip, LSJ will glow, LSFI will blink, BPF will glow. So hotel load will be isolated. We have to inform to the maintenance staff. So we have to switch off BLH bus switch. We have to inform the maintenance staff. That maintenance staff, they will start the generators and they will work with the help of generators power supply. Similarly, in case of F0504P1, overcurrent in hotel load circuit, DJ will trip, LSFI will blink, BPF will glow, prior 1 message. Once we can close DC. So if message repeats second time, hotel load will isolate. We have to inform maintenance staff for starting of generators. Priority to message in hotel load, you can see F0501P2. Hotel load contactor struck off. We cannot start hotel load. Contactor was struck off. We have to ensure pneumatic pressure. So acknowledge the fault. Inform maintenance staff. They will start generators. Similarly, if message F0502P2, hotel load contactor struck on. If this message is there, if DJ trip, we cannot close VCB again. So immediately we have to inform DLC, clear section and inform DLC. So as per the instructions of DLC, we have to work. We have to detach this loco and arrange other loco. So if once VCB trip, so we cannot close VCB. Detailed troubleshooting regarding hotel load we can see in Technical Circular 141. So we already discussed front end messages. F0503P1, F0504P1, F0501P2, F0502P2. For different makes, depends upon the message on photo load screen. We can return troubleshooting as per the technical circular 141. Next, subsystem number 6, AXD converter 1, F0601P1, AXD converter 1, F0601P1. Disturbance in AXD converter 1, disturbance in processor bar 1. VCB will trip, DJ will trip, LSFI will blink, BPFI will glow, write one message. So we will get a message itself, try to close VCB. So we have to bring TB handle to 0 and acknowledge BPFA and try to close VCB. If VCB close, if problem clear, means able to close VCB, there is no isolation message, there is no glowing of LSFI. We can work normal with 3 AXD converters. If AXD converter is isolated, so we'll get a message like this: AXD converter isolated. So we have to enter. Still, we can work normal. The load will share with other converters. We can work normal. If converter isolated, where time permits, as per the instructions of TLC, once we can try for to bring subsystem into service by switching off C and switching on CE. If same message repeats, converter getting isolated, with isolation of converter we can work normal. While closing of VCB, if AXD converter is not getting isolated, but same message repeats, disturbance in processor 1 bar 1, converter not getting isolated but same message repeats, switch off C and switch on C and try. If still not success, we have to isolate AXD converter by MCB 127.22 bar 1 in SB1 panel for AXD converter 1, 127.22 bar 2 for AXD converter 2 in SB2 panel, 127.22 bar 3 for AXD converter 3 in SB2 panel. Next problem, F0602P1. Similar to the 0601P1, this is a fault in AXD converter 1. DJ will open, LSFI will blink, BPFA will glow. So we have to try to close VCB. First we have to bring TB 0, BPFA acknowledge, and we have to close the VCB. If able to close VCB without any isolation message, we can work normal. If converter 1 isolated, press enter. For any isolation message, we have to enter and work normal. If message repeats, C on off and try. If still not success, we can trip MCB 127.22 bar 1 and try. But messages like fault message F0602P1 or F0702P1 or F0802P1, we have to ensure working of machine blowers. MCB 54.1 bar 1, MCB 54.1 bar 2. If any MCB machine blower MCB trip, we can reset. If any machine blower MCB trip in proper cooling, this converters will isolate. It may lead to the fault error also if converter 2 and 3 isolated, especially in IGBT locos. And one more, if fault experience F0602P1 followed by AXI converter isolation, AXI converter 1 isolation. Now load will share to AXI converter 2 and 3. Then there is chance for AXI converter 2 isolation also. If OCB at the fault in OCB 1 or OCB 2. First fault will clear it in AXI converter 1. AXI converter 1 will isolate. Now the load will goes to the AXI converter 2 and again fault will create in the AXI converter 2 and AXI converter 2 may isolate. So we may get fatal error. So in case of messages like F0602P1, F0702P1, F0802P1, a fatal error may create chances for fatal error. Any of the messages like F0601P1, F0602P1 or F0708. So we have to ensure concern MCB in good condition. 127.22 bar 1 for AXI converter 1, 127.22 bar 2 for AXI converter 2, 127.22 bar 3 for AXI converter 3. Similarly in AXI converter 1, F0603P1, F0604P1, F0603P1 contactor fault in AXI converter 1. 0604P1 ventilation of bar 1 disturb. It may lead to the isolation of bar 1, AXI converter 1. So we can work with other two converters. Automatically the load will share. Normal working can continue. Only if any one of the AXI converter 1 will isolate, driving is still possible, but maximum ventilation level will be reduced. So similar problems for AXI converter 2 and AXI converter 3, like F07, subsystem number 07 for AXI converter 2, subsystem number 8 for AXI converter 3. In case of fault in AXI converter 2 or AXI converter 3, message like F0702P1 or F0802P1. So we have to ensure MRB breakers, MCB 54.1 bar 2. If it is strip, it may lead to the fatal error, especially in IGBT locos. Troubleshooting for repeated tripping of MCBs of auxiliary motors. First one we will see. If driver experience repeated tripping of MCBs, OCB1, OCB2 both 59.1 bar 1, 1 bar 2. Due to unbalanced output voltage of AXI converter 1. So we can isolate AXI converter 1 by MCB 127.22 bar 1. Now the load will share to the AXI converter 2. We can work normal. Similarly, in case of MCB stripping 63.1 bar 1, 1 bar 2 repeated tripping, or 62 1 bar 1, 1 bar 2. 63 for 63 1 bar 1, 1 bar 2 for traction converter oil pumps, and 62 1 bar 1, 62 1 bar 2 for transformer oil pumps, MCBs. If repeat tripping, we can isolate bar 2 by 127.22 bar 2 in SB2. Similarly, if TMB MCB 53.1 bar 1, 1 bar 2 repeated tripping, we can isolate bar 2. Similarly, if MCBs 47.1 bar 1, 1 bar 2 Three-phase Calvin wire MCBs 55.1 bar 1, 55.1 bar 2. Charger MCB CHBA input 100. Repeated tripping. We can isolate bar 3 by 127.22 bar 3. The load will share it to the bar 1 and 2. So we can work with normal. So with this RC connector 1, RC connector 2, RC connector 3 was completed. Next subsystem, battery. Subsystem 9, battery. We already seen in battery and battery charger control circuit of three-phase loco. Initially, batteries will feed supply to the control circuits and CE through 112 and 112.1. After energization of loco, charger will come into the service. So charger will feed the batteries and control circuits. Charger having two breakers, input 100 MCB 100, output 110. So this 100 was available in HB2 or AXE converter to bar 2. 110 is available in SB2. 112 addition CBA, just like addition CBA, beside battery box number 2 it was available. 112.1 available in SB2. The minimum battery voltage should be 92 and above in three-phase load. While working a train, driver has to note down the charger voltage and battery voltage. Whenever we will trip the VCB, we can note down the battery voltage in the UB meter. After closing of DC, it will show the charger voltage in UB meter. For every node sections or every tripping of DC, we can note down the battery voltage and charger voltage. Always charger voltage should be more than battery voltage. If battery voltage drop to 92 voltage for 30 seconds, we will get a message F0901P2, morning low battery voltage. So we have to ensure MCB 100, 110. If any tripping of MCB 100, 110, so charger will not feed the batteries and battery voltage may drop. If 112 tripping also, battery will not charge. So if any voltage, battery voltage dropping, we have to ensure MCBs 100, 110 and 112 in good condition. If battery voltage drop to 92, there is no abnormality in MCBs. We can clear section and contact TLC. If battery voltage drop to 86, we will get a message F0902P1. Battery voltage low. TB will become 0. We have to ensure again 100 and 110 volt breakers. If trip, we can reset. If MCBs are good, try to clear section by coasting. If battery was dropped to 82, we will get a message F0901P1. Loco will shut down. DJ trip, phantom lower, ask for relief engine. So if any of the problem, if battery voltage is getting less, means we have to ensure MCBs 100, 110 in good condition. If MCB is stripped, we can reset with precautions. And we have to ensure 112 also. If 112 trip, while initial energizing, battery voltage reaches to 0 and no light will glow. Mark lights, machine lights will not glow if 112 trip before energization. no indications. If 112 trip while on run, while low energized condition, so normal working can do only at neutral sections or whenever we trip the DC, then only C switch off, control circuit supply cut off, and BP will drop, train will stop. We can suspect breaker 112 was defective. We already discussed these problems in battery and CHB circuits in 3-phase loco. If any of the MCB like 110 trip in HP2, will get a message F0902P2. Battery charger MCB off. So open VCB and reset MCB. If any charger not working or MCB 110 trip, so we'll get a message F0903P2 low battery charging current. We'll get a message like this in case of charger not working or MCB 110 was tripped. So any of the case, while working a train, we have to ensure MCB 100 and 110 in good condition, not in tripped condition, and 112.1 and 112 also in good condition. If 112.1 trip while on run, C will switch off. DJ trip, pant aware, BP drop, no other indications, UBH 0, machine lights will not go, only mark lights will go. We have already seen in the charger bar battery circuit in 3-phase locos. If battery voltage is showing 92 and above, CHB is not working. So we can work with battery voltage, duly observing battery voltage for maximum of 5 hours. By using less battery voltage, we have to inform TLC and section controller. With the help of battery voltage, we can work as per the instructions of TLC, duly observing the battery voltage. Battery voltage should not drop below 92. It should be above 92 always. Now we can see F0901P1. Battery voltage is too low. So in case of battery voltage drops below 82, this is message will repeat. If main power isolated with battery voltage less than 82, 82 and less, if loco unable to energize, ask for relief engine. Next F0902P1. If battery voltage drops to 86, so we will get a message battery voltage is low. TB will not respond, so we can clear the section by coasting. Other F0903P1. If Panto is lowered more than 10 minutes, so bail key on D position, we have not raised the Panto. Now C will switch off after 10 minutes. We will get a message F0903P1. If BL key on T position, if Panto lowered condition longer than 10 minutes, this message will get F0903P1. The control X will switch off after 10 minutes. We can say F0901P2. If battery voltage drop to 92, we will get a message like this. F0902P2. Battery MCB trip. F0903P2. Low battery charger current. 110 trip or charger not working. F0905P2. Earth fault in battery circuit. If any earth fault in the battery circuit, if RTS provision is there, we have to switch off RTS breaker and try. So if any case If breaker 100 was tripping repeatedly, we can isolate AC converter 3 and try. Now Burr 2 will share the charger. So with this, we completed subsystem number 9 regarding battery. Next, subsystem number 10, brake system bar pneumatic. We can see here different fault messages in subsystem number 10. F1001P1 fault in brake electronics. F1002P1 low MR pressure. 03P1 VCD action. 04P1 wrong configuration of 70 cock. 05P1 traction not allowed with BP not charging. 06P1 traction not allowed with parking brakes application. 07P1 re-end braking failure. 08P1 ESPP switch operated. 09P1 traction not allowed with BC pressure 0.6 and above. 010P1 traction not allowed with emergency exhaust cock 74 cock closed. Prior to the message F1001P2 loco in banking mode. 02P2 alarm chain pulling. So these type of problems available in subsystem number 10. One by one fault. First fault F1001P1 fault in brake electrons. BP will drop. No traction allowed. Write one message. LSFI will blink. PPFA will glow. Emergency brakes will apply. Bring TB to 0 and acknowledge BPFA. Check MCB 127.7 in SB2 panel. Brake electrons for pneumatic MCB available in SB2 panel. If it is strip, reset. If it is in good condition, it is okay. Recycle the MCB. Means 2 or 3 times on and off and try. If still not success, switch off C and switch on C and try. If still not success, in case of E70 brake system, we have to contact TLC. See, NOR brake system, NOR CCB2 brake system. In PTDC mode, we can clear section even brake electrons failed. We already discussed in the CCB2 brake system. Next fault F1002P1 low MR pressure. Traction not allowed. For getting traction, minimum pressure should be 6.4 kg and above. So prior to one message F1002P1 LSFI will blink, BPFA will glow, TB will not respond if pressure is less than 6.4. So bring TB handle and acknowledge BPFE. First ensure whether the problem is in loco information. After ensuring problem in loco, ensure CPs are working or not. If CPs are not working, check breakers 47.1 bar 1, 1 bar 2. CPs breaker 47.1 bar 1 in HB1, 47.1 bar 2 in HB2 of CP brakes. If it trip, reset with precautions. If breakers are good, try by BLCP in manual position. Tap 172.2 and 172.3 RGCPs available near pneumatic panel. Second one and third, tap and try. If ECPSW provide locus, if processor failure, HBP2 failure, CPs will not work in auto mode, can work in manual mode, or by ECPSW we can start CPs if processor HBP2 failed. If CPs are working and pressure not build up, we have to ensure 5 important things. Ensure there is no BCD action. Sanders not pressing in continuously. Airflow indicator, there is no air leakage. There is no leakage in unload valves. If any leakage in unload valves, close the unload valve cocks. Modified cocks we can close completely. Non-modified cocks close partially. Isolate air, dry and dry. So in addition to the other problems, so we have to ensure there is no leakage in sanders, wipers, horns, pipelines, safety valves. In addition to the above problems, we have to see 5 important things. VCD, Sanders, continuous pressing, airflow indicator, unload valves, and isolating air, dryer and dry. These MR problems we discussed in pneumatic system. In E70 and CCB2 brake system already we have discussed regarding MR pressure not maintaining. If MR pressure available 6.4 and above, if TB is not responding through RGLP action, tap 269.4, first one available near pneumatic panel. Pressure switches are available near TMB2 in E70 brake system. In NOR brake system, NOR CCB2, backside of the cap panel. Next problem, F1003P1, VCD action, vigilance emergency brake application. So VCD can acknowledge by disturbing TB handle 3%. By acknowledging pedal switch, VCD pedal switch, Sanders pedal switch. In modified locos, BPVR bar VCD acknowledge button available in A panel. If one of the means we are not acknowledged properly, within 60 seconds by one of the means, if not acknowledged up to 60 seconds, after 60 seconds we will get warning lamp LSPW. 60 plus 8 will get LSVW. After 60 plus 8 up to 76 seconds we will get buzzer also. In CCB2 brake system, in E70 brake system, after 60, from 60 to 68 we will get LSVW plus buzzer. If still we are not acknowledged by pedal switch, VCD pedal switch, VCD action will take place. So BP will drop, brakes will get applied. So TB will not respond. We will get a message F1003P1. In E70 brake system, BP will drop 2 to 2.5 kg. BP will drop. In NOR CCB2 brake system, BP will drop to 0. Resetting of VCD, TB handle to 0, A9 to emergency position to avoid dropping of MR. Wait for 160 seconds for WG9 locos, 120 seconds for WP5 locos in E70 brake system locos. But in NOR CCB2 locos we have to wait for 32 seconds. Next we can reset BPVR. If you reset BPVR, LSVW buzzer will stop. Press and release acknowledge button, vigilance pedal switch, and finally BPFA acknowledge. So if you release A9 you will get BP. In our CCB2 brake system, after acknowledgement of all these 5, ensure OK to run, then release A9, will get BP. We can charge BP. Malfunctioning of VCD, we can isolate 237.1 by keeping 237.1 to 0 position. Next problem, F1004P1, working wrong configuration of brake system. If 70 cock in close position, we'll get a message like this. LSFI will blink, BPFI will glow, and TB will not respond. So we have to bring TB handle to 0 and acknowledge BPFE. Ensure BP 5 kg per centimeter square. Ensure 70 cock in open position and jet ban in normal position, off position. Even 70 cock open position, if message repeating, operate a limiting switch 2 or 3 times for 70 cock. For 70 and 74, even cocks open position, if you are getting message, we can operate this limiting switch 2 or 3 times and try. Next problem, F1005P1. So traction with auto brake not allowed. If BP is not charged, BP should be 5 kg. If BP is not charged, if you are taking traction, we'll get a message like this, F1005P1. Traction with auto brake not allowed. If auto brake applied condition, TB is not possible. So LSFI will blink and BPFI will glow, provide one message. So we have to attend troubleshooting for BP not charging. We already discussed in E70 and NOR brake system. If BP is not charged, how to attend the trouble. Similarly, next SS subsystem number 10. Next F1006P1. So traction with parking brakes not allowed. If parking brakes are in applied position, TB not possible. So LSFI will blink, BPFI glow. So we'll get a message F1006P1. So TB not respond with parking brakes application position. So we have to release the parking brakes and ensure parking brakes in release position. Then only we have to take the TB. Parking brakes can be released in 3 ways: by BPBB or by solenoid valve or by manual operation. If you release parking brakes by manual operation, so we have to acknowledge, we have to release again by BPBB. If lamp extinguished, then only TB will respond. When parking brake is in release position, we have to ensure parking brake should show 6 kg for normal working, for deadlock of 5 kg. If parking brakes are not released, check any air leakage in the parking brakes pipelines, cylinder pipelines. If any air leakage and pressure not charging, so parking brakes are not releasing, try to attend the hose pipes. Next, fault F1007P1. Regenerative braking failure. So in 3-phase loco, we are having facility of regenerative braking system. If you move TB handle to the braking side, so the same traction converters convert 3-phase AC supply produced by traction motors to single phase, and then same supply will be feedback to OHC. See, if re-entry braking system failed, just like RB, restarted braking, immediately you have to apply A9 brake system. So if re-entry braking system failed, LSFI will blink, BPFI will glow, provide one message. We have to bring TB handle to 0, acknowledge BPFA and press PVF to avoid skidding. Apply A9 for controlling of train. So this regenerative braking should not apply for stopping of the loco or train. Only for controlling of a train we can apply regenerative braking. We should not apply for stopping. Along with A9 we can apply regenerative braking for stopping and controlling. But especially for stopping, we should not use re-end braking. If re-end braking failed while on run, we may exceed the speeds or we may pass the signals head on also. The alone re-end braking should not use for stopping of loco or train. In three-phase loco, with the help of re-end braking, we can bring the speed to 0, but we cannot hold. So we have to apply the brake, but for stopping of a train, definitely we should not use re-end braking. And one more important, from traction to braking or braking to traction, we have to give some time gap. First, we have to bring to the TB hand to 0, then go to the re-end braking. Directly, we cannot go from traction to re-end braking side. In some of the locos, in place of LSHO signal lamp, they are keeping one lamp for indicating of TEB position. From traction to braking side, first we have to bring TEB hand to 0. Then only this lamp will glow, TEB hand position lamp will glow. Then only we can move to the re-end braking side. So if re-end braking fail, you will get a message F1007P1. Immediately you have to press PF and apply A9 for controlling of train or for next F1008P1. So in case of emergency, so we can press emergency stop switch. If emergency stop switch in pressed condition, we will get a message F1008P1 and a message shutdown of the loco. So DJ will trip, panda will lower and BP will drop. Just like ESBP in conventional locos. So we will not get any tractive effect also. So with the message F1008P1. So bring TB handle to 0 and acknowledge. We have to bring TB handle to 0 and acknowledge BPFA. So we can reset by turning ESBP switch, rotating ESBP switch in arrow marks side and release, then it will project. Then acknowledge BPFA, rise panto, close BCB and resume normal speed. If it in pressed condition, we will get a message F1008P1. We cannot rise the panto, we cannot close the AC, we cannot charge the BP also. Next fault F1009P1. Traction not allowed with application of brakes. That means if DC pressure is showing more than 0.6, if speed becomes 10, speed over 10 kmph, T will become 0. Start on interlocking system, you will get LSFI blinking and BPFA glow. So if DC pressure showing 0.6 and above and speed 10 kmph, T will become 0 in three-phase locos. So with the message F1009P1. So before moving, we have to ensure loco brakes and park brakes should be in release position. If loco brakes are not releasing, so release loco brakes by pulling C3W distributor valve, or if not, release SN9 2 or 3 times and try. If not, 94 cock and try. In CCBT brake system, we can press test points 16 2P and 20 TP in pneumatic panel in all CCBT locos. About loco brakes releasing, we have seen in the E70 and R brake system, CCBT brake system. If BC is showing 0, but we are getting message F1009P1, means the pressure switches 269.6162 malfunctioning. So fourth one and fifth one available in the pressure switches near TMB and pneumatic panel. So we have to tap 269.6162. If still not success, contact TLC and we can disconnect the cable as per the instructions of TLC. These problems we have seen in quick bits, speed not more than 10 kmph. We have to tap pressure switches 269.6 bar 1, 69.6 bar 2. We can see here Speed is not getting more than 10 kmph with BC pressure showing 0. We have to tap to 69.6 bar 1, 269.6 bar 2. Next problem. F1010P1. If 74 cock, emergency exhaust cock in close position, you get a message like this. So traction TB will not possible. With a message F1010P1, for add one message, LSFI will bring, BPFI will glow. So we have to bring TB handle to 0 and acknowledge BPFE. And we have to ensure 74 cock in open position. If it is not open, keep 74 cock into open position. If it is already in open position and we are getting this message, so as shown, the limiting switch provide this cock, we have to operate 2 or 3 times. So if it becomes loco becomes normal, work. If not success, we can switch off CE and switch on CE and try in case of 70 or 74 normal position, but we are getting message. Next, prior to message in subsystem number 10. Prior to message F1001P2. So loco in banking mode. While loco is attaching as a banker or a double head operation, you get this message. If you put on JetBan on, so we'll get a message banking mode active. So how to attach, how to work as a loco as banker, you have seen in a pneumatic banking operation. In banking operation, we have to close the cock 70 and we have to switch on JetBan. BP can charge from working loco. We have already seen the procedure for banking operation in the pneumatic. Next fault F1002P2. Alarm chain pulling. If any air leakage in the formation, ACP will get a message F1002P2. If further pressure drops, it may lead to the P1 fault also. F1002P1. If MR pressure drops, we get a message F1001. F1002P1. So if any ACP or alarm chain pulling or any leakage in the formation, will get a message F1002P2. So bring TP to 0 and acknowledge and attend the port. Finally, for working of air dryer, we have to ensure MCB 128.1 available in SB2. So with this pneumatic completed, subsystem number 10 completed. Next subsystem we'll see auxiliaries in HP1, subsystem number 11.